Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, bringing you week 12 of NCL. Your Chicago Charizards taking on the LaGrange Greninjas and Mortal. It is a win and you're in situation for me. If I win, I'm going into playoffs for NCL, either as the 7th or the 8th seed. If I lose, then I have to have Liam lose to Slick, and I'd get in. It's between Liam and I, which is the same damn story that happened last season, where it was between Liam and I getting into playoffs. Last season, Liam won, so I couldn't get in. This season, TBD. So, I am post-comming. I'm actually doing this the day after I played the match. I had just got home from a 6 a.m. shift, so I've been up since like 5:15. It's almost 4 o'clock now. I'm on hour 11. I had to go to bed. I didn't want to record last night, so I just played the game fast, so I could get through it and then come back and do this later. But team builder here, just because otherwise the video will be super short. Zero Aura, we are going for our 50th career kill with Zero Aura this game. If we get a kill, Zero Aura will be at 50 in 5 leagues, proving why it is just an absolute monster for me, as well as possibly securing the kill leader for this season. So, but knock off Plasma Fist, Volt Switch, and Close Combat. Volt Switch, obviously, just so I can pivot. You can see the 6 Mortal. I thought Mortal was going to bring, other than Nidoking, Volt Switch was free. Knock off to get rid of Specs or Scarf on the King. The Sugar Berry was so I could take a hit after knocking off its item. I could also potentially take a hit from the Celesteela trying to Earthquake me, or the Diancie Earth powering me, and maybe finishing it off with Plasma Fist. Max Attack Adamant. I crept the Greninja, figuring he wasn't going to creep the Dragapult on me, which was a risk I was taking. I do have Assault Vest, Sap, Sipper, Goodra, just in case he wants to Leech Seed me. I can just switch in Goodra, get the attack boost. Even though it doesn't matter, it would just slow down Leech Seeding. Max HP 144 Modest was what I needed to 2-ko certain things. OHKO or 2-ko, and then 116 into the Spadef, just to be a super tanky Goodra. Dragon Pulse should obliterate Dragapult. Hydro in the rain will kill Diancie. Thunderbolt will 2-shot a defensive Celesteela. Fire Blast should take out any of his grass types that he could potentially bring, or Rotom Freeze or whatever. Golisopod, this thing I went back and forth with. I ran enough speed, outspeed, min speed Celesteela. Or slightly creeped Celesteela, I guess. It was banded for a long time, and then I started messing around with it and realizing that while banned OHKOs everything, it gives him a chance to set up with everything too. If I go into Golisopod and I Sucker Punch and kill the Dragapult, well then Diancie can come in and Rock Polish as I switch, because Sucker Punch isn't going to do anything to it. So I went for the E-Belt. The E-Belt is going to do a ton of damage, depending on how he switches into me. Like, if he switches Dragapult in and I Aqua Jet, or First Impression, then Sucker Punch should kill coming back around. If he switches Diancie into, First Impression, then Aqua Jet should finish it off. The only thing is Celesteela, and I need Rain Up to 2-shot with defensive Celesteela with Liquidation. Aqua Jet in Rain will kill the Nidoking. First Impression plus Sucker Punch will kill Slowking. First Impression should kill Greninja. Max Attack Adamant. Trapper Toad. EV spread the 32 Spadef was so I could live hits from Celesteela and not get 3-code. Take a hit from Mega Diancie and kill it back with Weather Ball. It is Perish Trap to grab the Steela and try to grab the Slowking. And then Ice Beam for Dragapult, and Weather Ball just chunks. Surprisingly, Weather Ball is really good special move on weather teams. It just chunks a ton of things. Jirachi with the speed creep on Nidoking. I'm Scarfed, so I'll know if I lose my Scarf. I'll know if it's Scarfed King or not. Iron Head should kill Diancie. Thunder Punch for his Water types. Ice Punch for Dragon Bolt and Nidoking, and then U-turn for Momentum. I am Adamant max attack because I didn't need all the speed investment. And then finally we have a Spadef Swampert with Adamant. The 132 special attack stat was all I needed for liquidation at plus or in rain to 2-shot Celesteela, and if I start power up punching, then I just continue to do damage. Stealth Rocks are good chip. Earthquake, speed stat, I will be faster than the Dracozolt in rain. Dragapult in rain, so I'll know if it's Scarfed or not. Which is very likely. He could run Scarfed Dracozolt just to outspeed Swampert in rain. So, but that is the team. And I'm actually going to clear the team now that we're done with this, because the match is done. And let's jump into it. So, he did not bring Celesteela, which was very strange. I did not expect him to leave Celesteela behind. Hitmontop was a possibility. He did bring Rotom Freeze, and didn't bring Slowking. Arguably his two best checks to rain, he did not bring. And so I was very, very surprised by that. In this situation, I just lead Jirachi, Scarf Jirachi, unless it's Scarfed. Greninja will die to Thunder Punch. Dragapult doesn't want to take an Ice Punch. If it's Diancie lead, I Iron Head it. I can U-turn to pivot and C, Iron Head this. I can Ice Punch King. Really, Hitmontop's the only thing I can't touch, and that's because I don't have Zen Head, but I just have Iron Head. So, as it turns out, he does lead the Hitmontop. So I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn here, because I don't want to get beat down, and it kind of forces me into a situation where I have to go for rain, because of Poly being my best switch-in to this team. You see Weather Ball do 74% to a Rotom Freeze, and this is an uninvested Politoed. For the most, I think it's modest. No, it's Calm Nature. It's Spadef Nature. Has a little bit of investment, but it just shows you how powerful Weather Ball is when it's got Stab behind it. So Swampert comes out on the T-Bolt. I was figuring I could take a Blizzard. In comes the Hitmontop. As I actually predicted him to go into Hitmontop here. I figured he was going to try to lower my attack and check Hitmontop that way. So I just straight up power up punched to get back to neutral. From there, I drop a Liquidation. Turns out he's bulky Hitmontop. He does get a CC off, but my next power up punch should kill him because he dropped his defense. It does, and Swampert is now +1. Greninja comes in, and I immediately have to switch out. I'm expecting this to be Scarfed Grass Knot. And he makes a double into Rotom Freeze as I go into Zeraora, which is a perfect position to be in because it forces him to Blizzard or do anything else because he can't Volt Switch on me. He does Blizzard, so I know this is now Scarfed Rotom. As I go for the knockoff, and ding 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 ding, Zeraora's 50th career kill was killing the fridge. So congrats to Zeraora on 50. Should be the kill leader for the season now, I think, and Rotom Freeze goes down. In comes Nidoking. I'm pretty sure it was Spexed at this point, so I knew I was pretty sure it was Scarfed at this point because he brought it in on me, so I was thinking dual Scarf. It possibly was Specs in my mind because he had Scarfed Rotom. So I go for the knockoff. I have the Shukaberry. The knockoff will do a chunk and take away whatever item he's got. And turns out it's Life Orb, so I do take that out of here. I do preserve Zera and go into Politoed because I'm Spadef. Politoed, I can tank any hit that this thing wants to throw at me. And he just continues to Earth Power me, and a Weather Ball kill for Politoed. Poly came in clutch with 2 Weather Ball kills. Diancie comes in. I do not want this thing setting up for free, so I stayed in and Weather Balled again. He Moonblasts and kills me, but this is where Golisopod comes in and says, "Hi, I'm Golisopod." Do get the Aqua Jet. I can't First Impression now because of the fact that First Impression only works if it's your first move. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to fake that I'm Choice Banded and switch out. Mortal probably knows that I'm not choice banded, but I faked it. And this is going to go... He goes into Dragapult as I go Jirachi. And at this point, I have to Ice Punch. I don't want to get caught in a situation where this thing Dragon Dances on me, so I have to Ice Punch to be sure that I can take it out. If Diancie comes in, then I still have Assault Vest Gudra that can take a hit if he chooses to go for the Rock Polish. So I Ice Punch and Serene Grace. I get the 20% freeze chance, and yeah, Dragapult gets frozen. I go ahead and Ice Punch again. Now this is the situation that I was very afraid of. Granted, I still have Rain, I still have my Spidef Swampert not chipped all the way down. I do have Golisopod that can Revenge if need be. I do have Scarf Jirachi potentially, and Assault Vest Gudra could take a hit. But he knows I'm Scarfed, and it brings in Diancie. So I switch into the Swampert right away, predicting a Rock Polish, and we do see it. He Megas. Again, Spidef. Shoutouts to Ian for the tip on using a Spidef Swampert. I eat the Moonblast, and then Earthquake seals the Diancie off. At this point, it's sack the Swampert. There's no point in switching into any... If I switch into Gudra, then I take a bunch of damage. I basically, at this point, am just trying to get either Zeraora or Golisopod in. I want to see what this thing is, based on the damage. What it goes for and the damage it does. I could have predicted Grass Knot and just gone into Gudra, but I'm going to sacrifice Swampert here, and then, you know, depending on what happens, I'll go for Golisopod, or I'll try to get Zeraora, kill number 51. So, as it turns out, Mortal got himself disqualified because he brought Shiny Greninja as Battle Bond because he wanted to prove that it could be Battle Bond. He does not have Ash Gren. He just has standard Greninja. And so he goes for this. I was going to go into Zera and get Zera the kill, but, you know, he's Scarfed at this point into Dark Pulse, and if he flinches Zeraora, then we just have to let Zeraora die and go into Golisopod to finish it off. As it turns out, this is a 5-0 win. Ian did not count the kill on Swampert because Mortal brought an illegal set, giving me a 5-0. It didn't matter either way. I told Ian it didn't matter either way because I was always sacrificing Swampert in that point to bring in either Zeraora or Golisopod. But we bring in Golisopod. Golisopod's going to first impression kill, and then yeah, we take the 4-0, or we take the 5-0, and we are officially in playoffs. We are either the 7th or 8th seed. It depends on one game. If that game is a 5 or 6-0, I think I can get into the 7th seed. But we don't control who we pick for playoffs. I do know Savage is not picking me. He told me he did not want to play me because he doesn't want to rematch and he doesn't like the matchup. I know Jay is not picking me if Jay finishes 2, because it's either Savage, Jay, Slick, or it's Savage, Slick, Jay. So I know Jay won't take me if he's in 2 because he doesn't want to rematch. So it's 3rd and 4th that may take me unless they get taken out. The other thing is it might be Slick. I'm thinking that my round 1's probably going to be versus Slick. That's going to be a very good match. It's going to be a very difficult match because he has Darkrai. So definitely tune in for that. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. So, but yeah, the Charizards are back in playoffs of NCL after being kicked out for 1 season. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.